Hey, good morning. This is Moses. I'm going to talk about how I grow my okra. I started my okra back in January from seed in grow cups. I planted 4 different varieties. They grew until they were transplant size, and then I placed them into their containers. I really don't use that much fertilizer on them or anything like that. My watering system is injected with Thrive, so every time I water, they get a very, very minute portion or size of Thrive. The plants grow, and they have been growing very well. They get very tall. I myself, I'm approximately 5'5". The plants have gotten to 7, 8, somewhere close to 9 feet tall. And what I did was I cut them in half, and in some cases, with my Dwarf longhorn, I really was going to use the container for something else, but I didn't, and I just left the stumps at this time in the container. Well, they grew back, and they're maybe a little under 1.5 feet, and they're producing. So hopefully they won't get that tall. My plants get full sunlight. I'm in zone 10B, South Florida, Southwest Florida, and they get anywhere from 8 to 12 or more hours of sunlight a day. The hot weather, we average maybe about 94, 95 degrees every day, along with a very high humidity, and it doesn't affect them. They love it. This is my Dwarf longhorn okra. I planted this in starter cups back in January of this year. These particular plants, there are 4 of them, got to approximately maybe 8 feet tall, and I cut them down. I was going to pull them up and use the container for something else, and I sat them to the side, and to my surprise, they grew back. They were definitely not dwarf. They've grown back some. They're not nowhere near as tall as what they were, and as you can see, I actually have pods growing, and I've harvested from these particular plants about 2 or 3 times, maybe more, since I cut them down. The pods get to be about 6 to 8 inches long. Surprisingly, the longer they are, doesn't change their flavor or anything like that, and they don't get rough or anything. There's not too much slime with them or liquid that comes out of them when you cut them, and I like to eat them raw. They're good for okra and tomatoes. They're good in gumbos, and I've even made pickled them a couple times. They're good. I like them. These are Jambalaya okra plants, and they get kind of big. Right now, the 2 tallest ones, I would say, are one's close to 6 feet, and the other one is about maybe 5.25, 5.5. The pods on these are best when they're about anywhere from 2 to 4 inches long. The taste is good. I've used these for stews, gumbos. I've pickled them. I've eaten them raw. Unlike the Dwarf longhorn, these have a little bit more slime than the Dwarf does, but overall the taste is good, and I like growing them. In this particular grow bag, there are 4, and at least every other day or every 2 days I have to come out and harvest, and I usually get anywhere from 4 to 8 pieces of okra. Okay, these are Jambalaya okra. Well, at least this one is here. It got to be very tall, and I cut it, and I'm getting growth from the bottom and more okra coming back. This one, let's see what it is. Okay, it says it's a dwarf longhorn. I may have gotten the labels mixed up because it looks pretty much just like the Jambalaya. As you can tell, it got cut too because it was very tall, and they're going back. Okay, I grew Jambalaya, Dwarf long green, a variety called Bear Creek, and also my favorite, Clemson Spineless. I don't have the packet for them, but I also have several other types of okra. I have from House 2 Cowhorn okra, also from Haas Perkins long okra, emerald okra, a variety, a hybrid called Gurney's Gumbo from Gurney's, a variety called Mayan okra, Texas Hill Country okra, Beck's Big Buck okra, Hill Country Red, which I believe is the same as Texas Hill Country. And I got these from my buddy on Lazy Dog Farm, Travis. This is Ruiz okra. I haven't grown these yet, but I will next season. I just wanted to show you that okra is easy to grow, very little maintenance or anything like that. At least in my opinion, it is. I want to thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, by all means leave them down below and I will reply to them. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to grow my channel and every little bit helps. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a video. Hit the like button and you can share it as well. Until next time, grow, grow, grow.